So your engine makes the power, and that power is sent to your wheels, okay? And that power makes spin. So when you press the gas, the wheels will turn, and that's what gives you acceleration and makes your car move. Now, having the hard wheel on the no grip or traction. The wheel will just spin. The tire provides the grip or traction, just like your shoes provide grip on a slippery surface. So if you ever use socks on wood floors, you know they're slippery, and if you put on shoes, you have a lot of grip. So it's the same thing here. Your tire provides the grip, allows the power that's going to the wheels to be transmitted to the ground, and that's what gives you acceleration. Now when you brake, if you brake and you didn't have tires, your wheels would stop and they would just slide along the hard surface, the ground. Tires again provide the grip or traction for your braking. So when you hit the brakes, the tires provide the grip and allow your car to stop. When you take turns, if you didn't have tires, the hard wheels would just slide on the ground. So you turn your steering wheel, nothing would happen because the hard wheels will just skid on the ground. The tires again provide grip or traction when you're making a turn. Okay? Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray paint the top of this tire, and then we're gonna place it on this piece of white wood, and I want to show you how much of this tire is actually providing you that grip when you're driving down the road. This tire is a little bit flat, but it's actually pretty good because it'll simulate the wear. Alright, so okay, so we're going to talk about the basics of mostly all corners. And there's a little differences here and there, but these are the basics of how you take any corner. So in the first clip, I spray painted the tire, I put it on the piece of wood, lifted the tire off, and it gave this impression of how much tire was contacting the ground. So out of all that big round tire, this small patch is all that was actually touching the ground. And this is called the tire contact patch. You have 4 of these contact patches on your car. So 4 tires, 4 contact patches. These contact patches are what give you grip. And they provide that grip when you're driving fast at high speed, or you're taking a corner, or you're braking, or you have to do like emergency brake for another car. They provide that grip. Or for ducks or squirrels or cats or dogs and you want to hammer on the brakes, this contact patch is what allows you to stop quickly and safely. All right, so the important part to understand about this is the tire contact patch. It can provide you 100% grip either while braking, while turning, or while accelerating. But what that contact patch can't do is provide you 100% grip if you start combining maneuvers. So if I'm braking from a very high speed and I have a lot of momentum in the car, I need to slow the car down a lot, very aggressively, and I'm hard on the brakes and I need 100% grip. If I start to crank the steering wheel and turn in the corner before I've sufficiently slowed the car down, I'm taking away grip that I needed for braking and slowing the car down, and I'm giving it to trying to turn. So now instead of having 100% grip dedicated to braking, I have maybe 50%. And the other 50% is going to trying to turn the car. Now with this diminished grip, only 50%, I may lose traction in my front tires and skid off the turn. Okay? Now the same thing can happen in the middle of a turn if I'm turning and I start to hammer on the throttle. Okay, so I'm turning and I need 100% grip and I start to hammer on the throttle, the gas pedal, and I'm taking away grip that I may have needed for the turn, and I'm trying to give it to accelerating before I have finished the turn. So now I have, say, instead of 100% grip for turning, now I have maybe 50%. And another 50% is going to try and accelerate the car. But in the middle of the corner, with that diminished grip, now the front starts to push or slide, and it might just slide straight off the corner because I've lost grip that I needed for the corner, trying to give it to accelerating. Okay, so corners are fairly easy to understand if you break them up into 3 sections where you brake, you dedicate grip to braking and slowing your car down, then you ease off your brakes and you dedicate grip to turning. As the corner straightens out, then you dedicate grip to accelerating. It's fairly easy if you break it up into 3 sections. And in the next video, I'll add the shifting, but for this video, there's no shifting. I'm just showing you how to break up any corner into basically 3 sections and dedicate grip. And so you can understand how to manage your grip. So this is just one of the turns I'm using in the video to show how to downshift for the off-ramp or the on-ramp. And what I wanted to show you is that it's fairly easy to learn the downshift and the upshift for turns once you start to understand how to organize your downshifts and upshifts, because it's easy to learn upshifts and downshifts in a straight line, but once you start driving on the road, it's probably one of the most confusing things to learn is where do I downshift or when do I downshift. So this video is just about corners and on-ramps and off-ramps, and what I wanted to show you is this is a corner, and if you break it up, you have one section here, this is your braking zone, then you have your turn in or the entry into the corner, Then you have the exit of the corner right here, where you accelerate out of the corner and do your upshift. So if you break it up like that, where you're braking, ease off the brakes, ease into the turn, and accelerate out of the turn, it's fairly simple. But now you're having to downshift. And one of the mistakes people learning manual transmission do is they don't give priority to their braking and always being able to slow the car down in time. And they'll end up trying to downshift and jump on and off the brakes as they get confused on what to do, and they will not put braking as their priority. Okay, so the most important part of this turn is the braking zone, slowing the car down to be able to make the turn. In this zone, this is where you're going to be doing your downshifting. All right, so it's still 3 sections, still braking, turn in, and exit turn, but now you're adding a downshift in the braking zone. Now, if you look at this turn, you have the turn here and you have a opposite direction traffic entering the highway here. And on this side, there's a little valley or a ravine. And in the middle, you have a median with a barrier. There's no real barrier here, but there is a barrier here. And what this is for is to stop cars from going off and maybe hitting opposite direction traffic or going off into the valley. So if I zoom in, you can see the barrier here. And this barrier is placed exactly where you start to turn into the turn. All right. And that is the most common place to turn in, where people who are going too fast and haven't slowed their car down enough end up losing traction, losing grip in their tires and sliding off. Or maybe they leave their braking way too late and they hit a patch of ice or snow or standing water, and they are going so fast, the car's momentum just pushes them straight off, maybe through the barrier, and they crash. So it's really important when learning stick shift that you always put priority on the braking. Now, let me zoom in one more time on this barrier. So you can see exactly where it's placed. It's placed right when you start to turn in, okay? So this is the most common place people are gonna slide off from going too fast, okay? They won't be able to brake enough and slow the car down enough to make the turn because they left their braking way too late. So remember, when you're learning stick shift, always put priority on the braking. So this is most common turn in the video, and what I want you to notice is that I'm basically breaking the corner up into 3 sections, and I'm dedicating grip. I'm dedicating grip to braking, dedicating grip to the turn in, and I'm dedicating grip to being able to accelerate out of the turn. I'm gonna drive in 3rd gear up to the on-ramp. I'm gonna leave the car in 3rd gear and not worry about shifting gears. I'm just gonna concentrate on braking in a straight line, easing off the brake, making my turn. As the turn straightens out, I'm gonna accelerate. So I'm in 1st gear, 2nd gear, 3rd gear. Gonna leave it in third gear, not gonna touch it. In this case, I'm not gonna go onto the highway. I'm just gonna loop around just for the video. So there's my on-ramp on the right side. I'm driving along. Gonna brake in a straight line. Ease off my brake. Ease into the turn. Give gentle gas just to push it around the turn, but I'm not hammering the gas. I'm not hammering the brake. Just letting the car roll around the turn. Looking for the turn to straighten out. Turn starts to straighten out and I can ease into the gas and accelerate. There's an off-ramp here. Gonna leave it in third gear. Gonna brake in a straight line. Ease off the brakes. Ease into the turn. Give gentle gas. Just push the car along the turn, around the turn. As the turn starts to straighten out, I'm gonna ease into the gas and accelerate. Gonna brake in a straight line. Ease off the brakes, ease into the turn. Turn straightens out and I start to accelerate. I brake in a straight line, ease off the brakes, ease into the turn. Give gentle gas. Turn straightens out, I can give a little bit of gas. Now I'm gonna brake in a straight line, ease off the brakes. Give gentle gas, push the car around the turn. Look for the turn to straighten out. Turn is straightening out, I can ease onto the gas and accelerate. Again, I'm gonna make a right here. Brake in a straight line. Ease off the brakes, ease into my turn. Give gentle gas, push the car around the turn. Not hammering the gas, I'm not hammering the brakes, just gentle gas. Turn straightens out, give a little bit of gas, and I'm coming to a stop. So I'm gonna brake, clutch in, first gear, clutch up, I'm on a hill. Give a little bit of gas, accelerate. Again, I'm going to make a right. Ease off the gas, ease into the turn. Give gentle gas. Push the car around the turn. I'm in second gear. I'm going to leave it in second gear. I'm going to look for the turn to straighten out. The turn is straightening out here. I'm going to shift to third gear. Again, I'm going to make a right. I'm going to brake in a straight line and ease into the turn. So I'm braking in a straight line. Ease off the brakes. Ease into the turn. Give gentle gas. Push the car around the turn. Look for the turn to straighten out. Turn straightens out. Ease into the gas. Gonna brake in a straight line. Ease off the brakes. Ease into the turn. Give gas, accelerate. Gonna brake in a straight line, ease into the turn. The turn straightens out, I get on the gas. Gonna brake in a straight line for the turn, ease into the turn, Let the car roll around the turn. Look for the turn to straighten out. Turn is straightening out. I can ease into the gas and accelerate. Gonna brake in a straight line, heavy braking here. Ease off the braking, make my turn. Gentle gas, all I'm doing is pushing the car around the turn, let it roll. Turn straightens out, give a little bit of gas. I'm going to be making a right onto this on-ramp onto the highway. I'm in third gear, going to leave it in third gear. Gentle braking, ease off the brakes, make my turn, ease into the gas, give gas, accelerate, gonna brake in a straight line, ease off the brakes, brake in a straight line, ease off the brakes, ease into the turn. I'm gonna look for the turn to straighten out, then accelerate onto the highway. Turn straightens out right here. Give gas. Shift. Make a right at this next exit. I'm going to put it in third gear, smooth clutch out, exit. I'm going to brake in a straight line. Car down, slow it down, ease off the brakes, make the turn, gentle gas, push the car around the turn, look for the turn to straighten out, around here, press the gas, accelerate, ease off the gas, make my turn, look for the turn to straighten out, around here, ease off the gas, gentle gas, push the car around the turn, I'm gonna make a right, brake in a straight line, ease off the brakes, gentle turn, gentle gas. It's raining, so it's slippery. Don't want to hammer the gas or the brakes. Brake in a straight line, ease off the brakes, make my turn, look for the turn to straighten out right here, press the gas, accelerate, brake in a straight line, ease off the brakes, give gentle gas, look for the turn to straighten out around here, gentle gas, ease off the gas, ease into the turn, feed in the gas, accelerate. I'm going to leave it in third gear and I'm going to take this exit on the left. line, ease off the brakes, ease into the turn. Turn opens up, feet in the gas. Gonna brake in a straight line, right up to the corner, ease off the brakes, give gentle gas. Feet in the gas, ease off the gas, turn straightens out, feet in the gas, gonna shift to fourth, gonna leave it in third gear just for this, because we're just talking about taking turns. I'm going to make a right at this exit, and it's 20 kilometers. I'm going to brake hard, slow the car way down, ease around this turn. It's very sharp. I'm going to look for it to straighten out right here. Hammer on the gas. I should be in second gear for that turn. Gonna leave it in third, wait for the car to accelerate. Use the whole on-ramp, put it into fourth gear. Into fifth gear.